started off super overwhelming, but at the same time, I'm just super grateful, super thankful. Again, I never expected any of this to happen. So yeah, I'm just happy, and I'm happy that people are happy as well. That makes me happy.
Grabe, no? Like how the stars align. May gusto ko tanongin, pero I'll just leave it to our friends in media to ask. Alam niyo, pagkaharap niyo talaga si Oliver, discombobulate talaga kayo, guys. Pero Sir Jeff mentioned earlier, you have a lot of advocacies. So what are the advocacies? What are your advocacies as a lawyer and as a fitness enthusiast?
Well, my advocacies have always been the promotion of fitness, sport, and as well as free legal education. So I've always been passionate about that, and I'm super grateful to have a platform now and to be partnered with Cornerstone to help me spread my love and passion for fitness and promote.
Pero like when you have free time, aside from, pag-workout, anong madalas ginagawa? Anong trip ni Oliver gawin sa kanyang free time?
I enjoy hanging out with friends, watching Netflix, watching TV, probably something on YouTube. So, just the ordinary stuff people do. The crazy story is, 12 years ago, Erickson already reached out to me. So he already asked me if I wanted to try out showbiz. At the time, admittedly, I was still 20 years old. I was pretty young. I was in my first year of law school. So, I had different priorities at the time. And 3 weeks ago, the stars aligned, and here we are now. I believe my legal career, the stuff I know now, the stuff I've learned, the things I've gone through in the last 12 years, including my amazing support group, my close friends, and my family, I'm pretty confident in myself and in the people behind me supporting me.
How do you handle the pay that you're getting right now?
Well, admittedly, even now, it's still very new. All of this was super unexpected, but I'm taking it day by day lang. So, not rushing into anything, not going into any crazy decisions at the moment, just consulting with my friends, family, and of course with Cornerstone.
Pinapatanong ni Oliver, ano daw yung parang hinahanap mo sa isang ideal girl?
Okay. So my ideal girl is someone who shares the same core values that I have. So someone who loves her family, someone who's adventurous, someone who is, just nice to people and respectful.
Parang may nakalala ka mong gano'n. Nasana ka siya. Adventurous, same core value. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'll start first with my sleeve tattoo. It's actually of the god of the sea, Poseidon, and the Kraken. So it's actually a tribute to my father, who's a retired marine biologist. So when I was younger, my dad would take me and my other sisters on trips. We'd go diving, so I fell in love with the sea, fell in love with the water, which is also why I took up swimming at a young age. And I still remember seeing photos of my dad. He attended a Halloween party and he dressed up as Poseidon. So when I decided, I want a new tattoo for myself, and here it is. There was some pushback from my mom initially, but she, when they found out that it actually ended up looking pretty good and it was a tribute to my dad, I feel like they love it now. So it's all good.
Meron pa ba apart from Poseidon?
So actually on my leg, I have 4 other tattoos. So I decided that the tattoos on my leg would be more expressive of who I am as a person. So I grew up again loving the sea. So I have shark jaw on my knee. I have 2 dinosaur skulls and skeletons on the right side of my calf because I used to grow up watching Jurassic Park, studying all about dinosaurs and stuff. Right on my shin, I don't know if I can show you. So it's a Visayan tribal tattoo because I grew up in Cebu, my mom's Cebuana. And at the back is actually Kobe Bryant, who I grew up idolizing as a young kid, even up to now.
Ang dami naman. Feeling ko meron ka.
No, yun lang. For now. That's all. For now.
Okay. Pero so tama ba yun na parang pag nag-start ka na magpatattoo, parang eventually parang magugustuhan mo rin ng marami at hahanap ka ng reason bakit kailangan mo pa ng marami?
Everyone told me that too. So after I got this first tattoo, been healed, I already started thinking of the next tattoo I was gonna get. So yeah, that's definitely true.
Okay. And then yung second question ko is, of course, now that you're in showbiz, kailangan may offer ka talaga, di ba? Ganyan. So, hindi lang yung talino, pagkagwapo, and all. So, like, from your end, ano yung gusto mong i-showcase? Of course, nakita na namin yung pan-tropico dance mo. Ganyan, na talaga namang pinagkakagulo ka. Ganyan. But apart from that, or meron ka pa bang gusto?
Well, I guess right now I just really want to share my advocacies with everyone. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm super into fitness and sport, providing free legal education as well. And I'd love to share that now that they have a platform and people are watching. I'd love to share that with everyone. And you know, when I was in high school, I used to dance a little bit. So you never know, maybe some dancing.
So more on fitness showcase muna talaga.
Yes, yes.
Sige lang, okay lang, fitness naman marami kaming nakikita. Ganyan. And yung last na lang is, like, of course, it's undeniable na nag-trend ka talaga, ganyan. Tapos nakita ko rin yung video na you were parang welcome by Cebuanos when you went back and all, ganyan. Meron ka bang from your past life, past before this all sensation and all, na you're willing to give up or somehow set aside muna while you're venturing into show business?
Well, actually, right now I realize that I still have responsibilities in my law firm. Even now, I'm still a full-time lawyer. I'm still helping manage our family business, and I have a lot of other responsibilities back in Cebu. So right now, actually, for the foreseeable future, I'll still be based in Cebu. I don't mind flying in and out Manila if ever I'm fortunate enough to get any projects. But again, I'm gonna keep my doors open. We never know, diba? Like 3 weeks ago, who would have imagined that I'd be in this position now? So, keeping my options open, keeping my doors open.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Alright, hi Oliver. I'm Daniel Krishnan from TV Metro.
Hi.
First of all, welcome to the show business.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know this question has been asked a lot. I feel na-asked na to a lot. Since you're entering the show business already, who do you want to collaborate with? Sino bang artista gusto mo makatrabaho?
Okay, so there's probably two at the top of my head. First one would be Piolo Pascual, and the next one would be Catherine Bernardo. I think everyone idolizes them, right? So, yeah, they seem like amazing artists, amazing people. From what I heard, I haven't met them yet personally, but I heard they're amazing people. So if I'm fortunate enough to get any sort of project with them, or even just to meet them, I'd be pretty happy.
Yeah, I know parang maraming sabi kung mukha mo si Piolo Pascual, and we can really see that. How do you feel that na-ubeg nga na parang you really look like Piolo Pascual?
It's very flattering. I still remember college days was probably the first time people would say that. And, people would say jokes like, I'm the discount Papa P ng Cebu. So, yeah, I mean, it's flattering and I'm happy, and if it makes people happy, then I'm all for it.
Nakita na ba kayo?
Not yet in person.
Okay. One last question. Any genre you would work on when you enter the show business?
So right now, I'm not quite sure yet. I do understand that when it comes to acting specifically, that there's a lot of time involved, workshops, classes, and stuff. And right now, I guess because of my current responsibilities in Cebu, I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna go there yet. But I trust the management of Cornerstone, my team. So maybe in the future, I'm not closing any doors. So I guess we'll see what life has in store.
Sorry, I have to follow up with your answer a while ago. You said Catherine Bernardo, right? There's like a mixed reaction about Catherine Bernardo being single now and finally doing her own thing with show business. Do you think you're ready to, at least lay the Catherine Bernardo and meet her?
I mean, right now, I'll just be happy just to meet her. Like, these people are people you used to see on TV, so I never would have imagined that I would ever get to see these amazing people in person. So, you know, I'm just happy to make friends for now and just get to know everyone in the industry. That would be awesome.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Oliver.
Hello.
We know you tried something especially for you. Can you share with us the story behind how you got into the segment and also how has your life changed?
What happened was a few days before the show, I got a call from their production team. They said they were looking for someone from Cebu. They asked me if I was free that coming Saturday. I thought about it for a little bit. I've never been on TV before. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it out. They said it's gonna be 15-20 minutes. So they flew me out. I went on the show and I guess, you know, now we're here. And the way it's changed my life is, you know, now finally I have a platform. I always wanted to share my advocacies with everyone and I never really knew how to go about it, which is why, you know, I'm fortunate enough to be partnered with Cornerstone now to help me guide me through that.
My last question, have you always known that you wanted to be a lawyer? What do you think would have been your alternative career?
Well, when I was younger, I would always see lawyers on TV, you know, with the cool black suits, with the cool black cars. I was like, yeah, I want to be that, but you know, you don't really know what it takes to be a lawyer. And I guess if I wasn't a lawyer, I probably would have pursued something in professional sports for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Oliver. I'm GP from Philly, Manila. First question, going back to your Showtime days, you know, how did you feel na after nun, people became very curious about you when they started searching you on social media, and I'm sure you had an influx of followers right after that? Yes, that.
Well, it was pretty flattering. First off, it was definitely unexpected. I did not expect any of that to happen. So actually, right after the show, my friend passed me my phone and it wouldn't stop vibrating, so it was pretty overwhelming. But how I feel about it is, you know, I was surprised that people were happy, and again, especially my loved ones, my supporters. The fact that they're happy just makes me happy, so.
Did you think also na it was already a sign na pwede ka na nga mag-showbiz kasi from way back, di ba, rinay mo and then hindi man natuloy. So parang perfect timing na ito because of that Showtime trending guesting.
Yeah, actually, you know, sometimes, I guess in life, sometimes you just feel like the stars align. When I initially got the call a few days before the show, I actually checked my calendar and I saw that Saturday was free, but I actually had an important basketball game in Cebu. And I actually feel like if I noticed my calendar and I noticed that there was a game there, I probably would have said no. So because I forgot to put the game in my schedule, I said yes, and we're here.
What was it like also meeting Vice Ganda, Kim Chu, Bong Navarro, all the stars in Showtime?
It's hard to put into words, no? Like, these are people that, again, you see on TV and you never really think you'd ever meet in person, you never really think you'd be able to shake their hand. So, you know, admittedly, I was a bit nervous on the show, you know, making eye contact with them when they asked me questions and stuff, but again, super happy, super fortunate. They're amazing people. I was introduced to them backstage and they're all amazing.
Sino pinaka-naging welcoming sa'yo among the stars of Showtime?
Probably all of them. So they all invited me to lunch with them after. They were super nice. They introduced themselves all to me. So, you know, again, it was like probably one of the craziest moments of my life.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, Oliver.
Hello.
You seem so well-mannered and soft-spoken. How does that work for you as a lawyer?
Well, I guess, you know, it's more just managing it. In the courtroom, you know, you can be a bit more, how would I say it? Aggressive probably isn't the right word, but, you know, a bit more stern. So, you know, I was luckily grew up in a multicultural household, and you know, you learn a lot about cultures, how to present yourself and stuff. So I guess I was trained well by my parents, like how to speak.
So there's another side that's not here.
I mean, you know, when you're in court and you're representing a client, you know, all your fidelity goes to your client. So, you know, if you have to be a bit more aggressive with your words, then, you know, we're required to do that. But of course, always professional, always polite at the same time.
Okay, tapos kanina binanggit mo din na you're happy to have a platform to promote your advocacy. But you also be doing movies ba, TV, recording? What exactly yung showbiz part yung contract mo with Cornerstone?
So right now I understand that Cornerstone is very multifaceted. I understand that they also handle a lot of actors and singers. Right now I just really want to focus on stuff like content creation, influencing. I know that they have a huge influencer or content creator group, so I'd like to focus on that. But again, we never know. We never know what's gonna happen in life, right? Like maybe acting is in my future. I honestly don't know yet. But I really trust the team at Cornerstone to guide me towards wherever I'm going in the industry.
Have you figured out paano mo ibabalansa yung oras mo between showbiz and pagiging abogado?
So I was thinking about that a lot the last 3 weeks, and which is why my conversations with Cornerstone were all about how I'm gonna balance everything. Which is why I really believe that if I'm gonna do this, I really need a good management team. So I spoke to Erickson, I spoke to Jeff, and everyone. And I realized that they're the perfect partner for me if I really want to be able to balance my responsibilities back in Cebu and try my hand in the industry.
Yeah, now nasa Cebu ka pa, do you plan to lumiba dito sa Manila? Live here?
Well, when I'm fortunate enough to get some projects here, or anything to do here, maybe it's hosting, maybe it's content creation here, maybe it's an endorsement deal. If I'm fortunate enough for that, then I'm more than willing to fly in and out for that. So I'll keep it flexible for now, for sure.
Thank you, welcome.
Thank you.
Oliver, I'm Natalie. Actually, I'm Cebuano also, so may hapon.
May hapon.
Kasi gusto nila i-drop ko daw yung Bisaya part. Okay, so,
It's working.
ako na yata Bisaya. But anyway, Oliver, kasi you're the latest among Cebuanos to join showbiz. Beauty Gonzalez, Mateo Butticelli, Kim Chiu. Are you friends with any of them? And may nasabi ba silang advice?
Well, I was introduced to all the hosts at Showtime, so I was introduced to Kim Chiu among one of them. So I would consider her, including all the other hosts, as a friend. I've never been formally introduced to Mateo, but I actually saw him the other weekend at Ironman Cebu. So I know, he has a very similar advocacy of loving sport and fitness. So right now, not yet. Maybe in the future, I get to meet other people from Cebu or other people in the industry in general. So I'd love to get some advice, be able to pick their brains a little bit on how to work around the industry.
And you mentioned na hindi naman acting talaga muna, not yet hosting. So, pero what made you decide to sign up with Cornerstone? And ano talaga yung, what's the reason really na parang pursuing, exploring this side, or entertainment side sa Manila?
So, after I was able to consult with my friends, family, we realized that now there might be a platform. Again, this was all unexpected. People started following me on Instagram and reaching out. There were a lot of opportunities coming in. And honestly, I didn't know if I had the time personally to manage all of those opportunities. A lot of emails coming in, text messages and calls. So when I was weighing all my options, there were some offers on the table. So I was able to speak with Erickson and their team multiple times. So is why I decided, if I'm going to try this challenge, which is the showbiz industry, I feel like Cornerstone was the best partner for me.
Or before ba, hindi ka pa ba na, hindi ka ba na-recruit or
Wala lang. Outside of 12 years ago, when Erickson did reach out, I wasn't recruited in the past for show business at all.
So, since your family is here, may I know what's your reaction to all of this? Yung interest sa'yo, with the people, the sudden popularity?
Yeah, so actually my family was probably just as surprised as I was at the time. But of course, they're always super supportive, as they've always been, no matter what I decided to pursue in my life. So, which is why they're here. They flew in all the way from Cebu. So thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Yasmin, for coming all the way here. So, yeah. just as overwhelmed as I was, but just as happy as I am now.
Anong advice nila sa'yo?
Their advice to me was just to be myself and do whatever makes me happy. So, which is why I'm doing this now, because with their support, I know they have my back. So no matter what happens.
Oliver, daw phone question here. Are you single now and looking? Single and searching?
I am single now, but not actively searching. If I'm fortunate enough that the perfect person comes into my life, why not? But right now I'm focusing on myself, on my responsibilities. But again, we're not closing any doors.
Thank you, Oliver.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Oliver. Hi. Hi, Oliver. I'm Rachel from Sam.ph.
Hi, Rachel.
I know that you studied in Australia and you also worked there. What made you decide to go back to the Philippines and start your own law firm here?
So when I was in Australia, studying there, working there, I realized it was it was hard for me to balance an actual career in both business and in law at the same time. And because of that, it was really difficult for me to choose just one. I love the law and I love fitness and sport, but I wasn't quite sure if I was willing to sacrifice one for the other. So I was fortunate enough that here I have my family, I have my support system. I guess it's easier to have like a pseudo career where you can do law and still pursue fitness and sport, which is why I ended up deciding to fly back here in December of 2021.
What kind of sport are you in?
Where do I begin? I've competed in swimming, basketball, track and field, CrossFit, Olympic weightlifting. I've done volleyball, badminton. So yeah, those are the sports. And I'm currently learning golf. Not any good at it, but learning.
My goodness, that's a lot. Grabe.
Chinese garter too, basically. Takya, Chinese garter, shato.
Dami. Bakit sino ka dami?
It's always challenging, always fun. Like, I love physical movement ever since I was a young kid. So every chance I could get to go outside and play with my friends, I take it.
Kaya naman pala advocacy. Anyway, can you just describe what your usual day is as a lawyer? Like, how do you run your firm? I mean, gaano ba ka-busy yan? Or describe lang kung saan.
So my usual day would be me showing up to the office at 8, usually after I'd already worked out in the morning. I check all the documentation that came in that was delivered to our firm the day before, check emails, have my morning coffee, talk to my colleagues. So my partners and my associates are also good friends of mine. So our work environment is pretty chill, pretty happy. And yeah, I guess it could be a bit unpredictable at times, diba? Like as a lawyer, you have set days where you know when you have a hearing, when you know you have a meeting with clients. And sometimes you never know who walks into your office. It's a potential client who has an urgent problem, or it's an existing client with an emergency. So, I've always been the type of person who loves routine, but it's nice to have that, a bit of excitement every now and then. So those are usually how my days go.
Ayun, last question. You were never on TV before, but the first thing that you got was something that really required you to open up about your love life, and paano yun? Parang, did you feel stressed, or parang okay lang na to talk about it in front of everyone?
Well, admittedly, again, I didn't quite know what the exact questions were going to be on that show. So, I just tried to answer as normally and as naturally as I could. So, I feel like, everyone has, parts of their private lives that they want to hide and stuff, but I feel like I'm just an open book. I'm more than happy to share. So, yeah.
You have an idea what the segment requires? Like, you've seen an episode before going into it?
So, only after I got the call was the first time that I quickly searched on YouTube on what the show is about. I've always been familiar with Showtime, but I never actually saw it, especially for you, before that. So I quickly watched, and I was even like admittedly a bit nervous because sometimes they ask for you to showcase your talent. So I was thinking, what can I possibly show on TV if they ask me for a talent? So luckily they didn't ask for like a talent portion. So
Thank you so much and good luck on your debut.
thank you so much.
Hi Oliver, I'm John by the way. I'm a blogger from Kumakaw.com. First off, congratulations. You actually now have a platform that you would like to use in order to further whatever purpose you want to do. But what is that exactly? Is it just fitness and health? Is it just that, or what else is there behind Oliver?
Well, right now that's always been my advocacy. It's always been fitness and sport, providing free legal education to Filipinos. I have been thinking, sharing more about myself as well. I do have other interests outside of that. I actually love nature. I love animals. I love traveling as well. So now that I have a platform, maybe I can share even more of that as well, which is, again, I probably take it day by day, see, if people are actually that interested in that other side of me too, because I'm more than willing to share that.
How young are you, by the way?
I'm 32 years old.
32. Doesn't look like that, but well, aside from that, of course, with this new found fame per se, there's a lot of other people on the internet that might not receive you like the good things that you do. How do you deal with them? And are you just like the type of person that doesn't like mind them saying things against you, or do you really want to reply to all of them at times?
Well, everyone has a right to their own opinion, so I don't really mind. I feel like the only opinions that really matter to me are those of my family and my close friends, because I do know that they, wish me the best and they want what's best for me. Probably the lawyer in me will say that everyone has the right to free speech, while the human being in me would say that, let's all share compassion and love with each other and just be responsible for what we're saying.
That's nice. And do you ever have plans to also delve into pageantry? Because you're a well-spoken guy.
Pageantry, probably not yet. Well, it's definitely not on my radar right now.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
More questions.
Okay.
And then after that, we're gonna be pages na ako din.
So,
Do you find the showbiz industry na culture siya ka ba? Ano yung mga parang reality versus expectations versus reality?
I guess initially from the outside looking in, like you already had your predispositions on what showbiz is like. To actually have stepped my foot in it for a little bit, it's been eye-opening, interesting. It's definitely fun. There are so many amazing people that you see, right? Like you see people on camera and then actually meet them behind the camera, who they really are. It's been amazing. So yeah, definitely been enjoying it.
And last question, what are your summer plans?
My summer plans. I don't know quite yet. Maybe travel, hang out with friends. Definitely play a lot more sport when I have more time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, now I know what it feels like to be on the witness stand in court. So I'll take it easy on more witnesses in the future, in my future hearings.
Alright, since you've joined, especially when I was able to follow your journey, ngayon, I just want to ask, your reception from other people is really very wide. I mean, it's mostly positive, but it's not always a happy day. Do you also have criticisms, and how do you deal with it?
I think we all get criticisms, right? No matter what we do, no matter what we say. So again, I just try to focus on the positive. Again, everyone is entitled to their own opinion and they can share that however they want, but I don't try to let the negative stuff bother me. So I'm fine.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so I guess when it comes to sharing my advocacies, I'd love to put out more content out there about time management when it comes to fitness, sport, right? Like, I feel like everyone, no matter what industry we're in, we're busy. We all have families, we're all, maybe in relationships, we all have friends, we all still want to have a social life and have fun every now and then. And, admittedly in the industry, there's a lot of information out there and it's quite hard to pick the right information. So that's why definitely I want to start sharing that. I was fortunate enough to, get some education when it comes to strength conditioning and fitness back in Australia. So I'd love to share that with everyone if I can. Hello? Yeah. Right now, definitely, I'm not looking at getting into politics. I understand why people get into politics, but I feel like I'm able to help the community and help those around me in a different way.
Another question. Because kanina sabi mo, you would like to collaborate with Piolo and Catherine. Like, do you have an idea what kind of collaboration it will be? Anong gawin mo?
I honestly wouldn't know at the moment, but to be honest, those are like people that are up there in the industry. So to be honest, whatever collaboration I can have with them, I can be the extra that walks past if they have a project, and I'd be happy.
Okay, but actually, have you watched any of Piolo's and Catherine's movies?
Yes, I have. Admittedly, my Tagalog isn't amazing growing up in Cebu. But yeah, I've watched Piolo a lot. Everyone in my family, people watch Showbiz as well, and my friends, and they're the ones who used to tease me a lot, the Papa P, the Papa O. So yeah, that's why I idolize them. And I think, Catherine Bernardo as well, she recently got, a big endorsement bid for Century Tuna Super Body, so they're all out there, right? They're like top of the list when it comes to people in showbiz.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.